Okay, you know that tracks because that was the aim. I thought you were going to grab like a napkin or something, and then I remembered there's a trash can right there.
Yeah, just put it on the floor.
I mean, ew, gross.
No.
I know. I know.
And then I laughed because the thing said behind every spoiled daughter there's a bald-headed father. I said, and do, hey, daddy. He said, from one baby of the family to another. Her.
Shut up.
Okay.
Wait. Hey, Jenny. How big your family is?
My family, we don't talk to my family. So we don't know. I can't tell you. I know I got some cousins.
Ooh.
That are, I've met them and they're kind people.
They do be existing though.
You know what? You know what I know? They my cousins. That's
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, apparently it's discovered that we have more cousins than we know what to do with. So,
right, because there's some like Louisiana niggas.
Yeah, them niggas is lit, dude. I love them.
Listen,
I just feel like if I go
I gotta take you over there with them because
sure.
my nigga.
But I need these people to stop adding me when I ain't met them yet. I don't know who you are.
It don't matter. You are family.
But here's the thing, though. I like to keep my peace, and so
they're peaceful.
If you're not already in my bubble, especially on motherfucking Facebook,
true story.
No, thank you.
Okay, so are we ready, guys?
Oh shit!
Honestly,
I haven't pressed the button yet.
Yeah, it's true. So, are we doing emotional attachment? My suggestion was families.
I mean, they all kind of coincide, but
fucking big our family, at least on our dad's side.
Let's do family traits, family genograms, and how we get along with said families.
We're gonna talk about family. That's the.
Cause we are family. Like a giant tree, branching out towards the sky. 3, 2, 1. I'm finna press the button. Okay, y'all ready?
Hearts and minds.
All right.
Hi.
Hey. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
Good night.
You took all of them.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. Well,
have the day that you have.
Well, welcome to another episode of Code Switching Naturally. I'm AJ.
I'm Channy.
I am Tubechukwu Dubemningwe.
He did it.
I practiced. You're welcome.
Yeah. It's okay. Did you watch the episode Friday? Did you see what I did? Okay.
You're welcome.
I did that for you.
So great.
So quick check-in, because apparently we're all on different planets right now. You see she's dressed. I kind of just got up.
I had a day.
I had work and then I changed and I barely wanted to do that. So,
and you know what? We thank God you're here.
I am.
Truthfully,
I'm very, very excited.
For many reasons. For many reasons, we thank him. I am here.
Yeah, that one kind of hit me down in
the Shondo. I know it's all right. I'm okay.
Cause it's shot by door. Cause I know him for myself.
That's it.
I know him for myself, so I can say, "Hey, big shot though." That's not what she said, but I said what I said.
Yep, and you meant it.
So how are you doing?
I'm a little tired, but a bit anxious because I realized that my test is a lot closer than I thought.
Ooh, don't think about dates. Nasty thing.
It's an illusion.
And who the hell told me to take the class the same time I'm studying for this said test? The class end 3 days before the test.
So the information's fresh.
No, this ain't got shit to do with this test. Taking human sexuality, by the way. It's actually quite interesting and also quite frightening because looking at my textbook, it's too many white people and genital parts.
Now, that is a thing. a lot of the anatomical drawings are of
Of the
the
and that's just not even like
Caucasian variety.
Across the board.
I saw one black vagina. And I think I've seen maybe one or two black people in the chapters I've read so far. And I was like, this is disgusting. That I can't even see something that really look like me. And
in a textbook.
In a textbook, it's a little off-putting. Because even the title, the front cover of the book is white bodies intertwined. But yeah.
Gross.
Very. But other than that, you know, I'm trying to keep myself afloat. Because, you know, I still edit. Work both jobs. And all of the things. It's fun.
You do quite a bit of things.
Yeah.
Active.
Honestly, a superstar because child.
So, today's topic should be fun, yet interesting. Because, you know, me and Q talk a lot about our experiences because, you know, we're actually real life siblings. So, you know, a little bit of our family business, a little bit. But,
Okay.
we're going to start with you this time.
Let's get into it.
And see, like, you know, kind of tell a little bit about where you fall in the family line. Do you know your family line? All that good jazz.
Yeah, so our family, like when it comes to like my relationship with my family, I do feel like a closeness to them. Like I feel close to them, but it's been because was a period of time where we weren't talking to family for a long time. Sometimes it feels kind of disconnected. So when I meet new people, I'm like, wow, I didn't know I had all this extended family. I didn't know I had you. A lot of you I don't remember. So it's always a new experience every time I like get with them. But as far as what I know, on one side of the family, I'm like the youngest person of that group, like of that whole the generation. I'm like the youngest one, and then on the other side of the family, I have no idea. I have no idea where I align.
So as far as you, because you do have siblings.
Yeah, I have
so how many siblings do you have?
As far as I know, 2.
Okay.
As far as you know, 2. And is that based on mom and dad or mom?
My mom, we have all the same mom. My dad is the same dad as my older sister.
Okay.
And I think my brother's dad came like, I don't know, a few years, like, he's 7 years younger than me, so about like 4 or 5 years later.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, based on do you know anything about your dad's side of the family?
Now I know like I know some like a couple of stories about some of the people. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, we just recently, in like more recent years, gotten close to them.
So how do you feel that, like, okay, since we're talking about code switching, right? So how do you feel that they have, whether it's assisted or not really assisted in how you, like, because again, when you're with your friends or when you're with us, you're one way, but like, how do you code switch as far as how you interact with your family?
Down to the vernacular, like the way that I talk to my family and people that are like I'm really close. Like if you see me and my sister, the way that we talk to each other is almost like a different dialect. It's very Southern. It is very Southern when I talk to my family or about my family. So that's one way that like that's like a part of my family that's come down.
Because where y'all from?
Pensacola, South Carolina area.
That's a big range, ain't it?
It is a big range, but it's all the South. Just
okay.
Very, very much the South. My family was a military family, so they moved around a lot. So we don't really have like a place that our family can claim as that's where our family's from, really. but it's been mainly the South.
Okay. Well, so me and Q, so we can break it down, right? And I probably can break it down better than Quincy can.
Correct.
Just because I had a homework assignment in my master's degree where I had to do it. So, and I'm going to ask you to see how far back you can track.
Short, but okay.
So.
Oh, I remember this. Oh, it's a long one.
No. I'm gonna do my mother because that one's less of a headache first. So it's me. It's my mom's side. My mom is the middle. She's the middle of 3 girls. Her oldest sister is 2 years. Her younger sister is 10. You might have met both already.
Okay.
Have you met the one with the locks?
Maybe.
Because one has locks, the other one keep putting purple in her hair.
The one that keeps the purple.
That's the oldest one.
Yeah,
I like her.
That's Auntie. So they each had 2 children. Very simple, right?
Okay.
Me and Quinton are the oldest.
Right.
And then the oldest sister, her oldest son is the same age as me. And then her baby girl, my boo-boo, she's 4 years younger than me. But then the youngest sister has 2 daughters who are, they'll be 14 and 13 this year.
This is already getting expansive. You already.
No, that's it.
Yeah, there's just
Each had 2.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
2, and 2. It's just the me, Q, and then Cakeface and Michael were all within the same age group. Well, sort of. Because he's 4 years. Right. It's 4, and then 4. So they just so happen to come a lot later. Because I'll be 30 and they're 13, 14.
Yeah.
They're lovely, though.
7 more years.
I love them.
Lovely.
7 more years.
7 more years. Well, 8.
Sure.
Well, 7 and 8.
Right.
And I already told them, come see Big Cousin. I got you.
Yeah, you come down, see us. We'll take care of you.
Bad influence.
No, we're not. No, we're not. I want them to do it the right way.
Right.
You know what? I think my first legal drink was with you.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
My very first legal drink, and our whole line was like, about time.
They was like, finally. Because she's the youngest of our entire line. She is the youngest. The ages, I think it's 31 to 26.
Yeah.
We bad. Baby.
So yeah, that's pretty simple. You know, grandma, grandpa. I don't know. Okay, so apparently my mom's side of the family is actually a lot bigger than we know. Because they don't really talk to them or interact much. I think my grandmother had maybe 4 or 5 other siblings. I think. Maybe 4 or 5. I'm not wholeheartedly sure. I don't know. I know she still has 2 living sisters, for sure. One is still in Cleveland. One is in Tennessee somewhere. And she was like, it was a big gap.
How do you remember all of this?
One, because we're planning like this family trip thing we're trying to do. Because, you know, our family tries to get together because the baby sister's still in Ohio. And then I was like, we need to find somewhere that's neutral territory. So everybody's not extending themselves trying to get to Cleveland or trying to get to Cleveland to Jacksonville. It's just too much. And trying to find something to do for teenagers who could not be bothered. I was like, let's just go somewhere. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, how about Nashville? It's in the middle. Everybody, if you gonna drive, everybody gotta go the same lane.
Oh!
And
He needs some milk.
Quentin. Oh my God.
This is gonna be the greatest episode
Ever
released.
So that's the only reason I know. And my auntie was trying to tell us that we had cousins around that age, and I was like, okay, that's great, but I don't know those people.
Right. I don't know them.
I don't know them at all. And so on our dad's side, it's a little different because
we got cousins older than my daddy.
See, and I feel like one of my problems is I didn't think it was important to retain all this like familial history when I was younger. So my brain was just like, my sister will remember it. I don't care.
But we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
For at least for us, because with our dad, that was, what was that, every summer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all were kind of like, it was in your face for a while.
It was until we moved here.
Yeah.
And then because they don't come here often, we had to go to them. This is funny. This is hysterical.
I am trying.
I mean, I guess keep you talking.
Sure.
Focus. Because you've kind of been,
sort of separated, distant from
AWOL for a little longer than I have.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, for you, because when you do go around, you kind of are open and social.
Yeah.
But how do you feel like you code switch, or how do you feel about being family-ish?
I mean, I'm definitely a different me. It's not even on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely, just me kind of, because I'm been out, and like I'm not afraid to talk about it with them, but it's not something that I'm going to, offer up as a conversation piece, just because we know how religious our family is. I'm not saying they wouldn't accept me, but I still think that there would be a little bit of judgment, especially because I'm not as deeply tied to the faith as the rest of our family is.
You talking about on mommy's side or daddy's side?
Daddy's side.
I think daddy's side just wants to see you. Because they know not to say nothing to me about it, but
Sure.
they just be like, well, I remember daddy told us about one of the last few conversations he had with Uncle Bebe. Mm-hmm. Uncle Bebe was pissed if that was the reason that daddy kept you from the family all those years. My Uncle Bebe was hilarious when that happened. But I don't see it that way, because we do have, well, I can't say that on camera. But we do have,
Sure.
others.
Sure.
Right.
We got people in the alphabet mafia.
We do.
Gang, gang. My mom used to tell me the story of some family member who was one of the only ones to actually like be out with their family, with our family. He apparently got some bite back from like a couple of other people, and he flew to Germany to be a Michael Jackson impersonator, and that is my tie to my other gay in the family.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
I'm so excited to meet him one day in gay heaven.
Yes.
Wow.
Lovely.
I do think, though, okay, I could say this, okay? My daddy's side of the family is as black as you could think of, okay? I could say it that way.
Hood black.
They are hood black, okay?
And we love them,
I freaking do.
Listen,
Sure do.
they be some of the best ones.
They are. Every time we go around them, it's a good time. It's never like well, of course, the fighting and the loudness.
Right.
It's always there.
Sure.
It's never going to not be a fight. But think about it. The baby of 18 children
My father
is the
My
baby.
father is the baby of 18 children.
Supposed to be 22.
That's a lot of babies.
Mm-hmm.
That is so many.
That's the
babies.
fear for me, too, because the 22 is 2 sets of twins.
Your family is fertile?
You think?
And it wasn't all the same woman,
No.
but there were healthy amounts from both women.
Yeah. My grandfather's first wife had 8. My grandma came in with 3. They had 7 more.
Listen, he is a shooter, okay?
For sure. And then I think, I have to ask my cousin Sammy, hey, Sammy. But his great-grandmother was one of my grandfather's sisters. And cousin Sammy is older than my dad. So it definitely lends to, and he was like, he remembers, I think he calls him Uncle Bubba. Like, that's what he calls my grandfather, Uncle Bubba.
Oh.
But Quentin at least got to know and experience what it was like to have a grandfather. I didn't.
Briefly, yeah.
Briefly. He was like 4.
Because me and my sister are like 7 years apart, she got to experience what it was like.
No,
to
that
have,
was
like,
90. Oh, he passed away in 91. He was 3.
a 3-year-old.
I was 3, girl, when
Oh.
my grandfather passed.
Sorry.
He falling asleep. You just missing all of the
We are
things.
here, and that is
Best
a thing.
episode ever.
Because, my God, today.
Sorry, so you were saying?
Oh, me and my sister are 7 years apart, so we didn't.
Your mama said 7, 7, and 7?
Mm-hmm. That's why when my brother turned 7, we were bracing ourselves
For another one?
because I was so scared. But yeah, so because we're 7 years apart, I didn't get to experience being like always close with the family. At least I don't have like the vivid memories that she does, because it's literally stopped when I was born.
Uh-huh. Go ahead, keep talking.
So it stopped. Like once we moved here actually to Jacksonville, I was like 2 months old. We didn't have any close contact with the family as much. So I remember seeing my cousins on my mom's side. Well, my cousin and my aunt, some older great aunts maybe.
Because you know, sometimes you use very big words, and then you can get hood crazy, right? So, again, code switching was taught very early.
Yeah.
My mama was adamant that we were not allowed to speak a certain type of way in the house while we were kids. But it couldn't be helped because we would be picked on by our own cousins for speaking that way everywhere. So we had to figure out real quick, we gonna keep getting picked on, because they was like, why y'all talk so proper?
Right.
That happened to me a lot as a kid, yeah.
So it was like, you get tired of hearing it. So you kind of adapt to where you were.
Right.
And we were allowed to adapt
Yeah.
after a while. But I think it's just interesting because I'm still close with closer, also because I was drug along a lot more than Quentin was. So, because even now, I kind of am more willing to go out and meet the family than Quentin is.
Yeah.
But not because of lack of trying. I was trying to make him go. I was trying to really get him to go to Baton Rouge though, because that was a
That
trip
would've
for
been really
the.
fun.
That was a trip for the century for me, because I was like, that was meeting the Louisiana family, and it was like, first of all, they know how to party. They partied hard. And they had crawfish.
And we know you love that.
Yeah, you know I do. But yeah, they was like, yeah, baby, you could come back. Cause they go to the Bayou Classic.
Oh.
That's where they go, and they have them good old time. But the little bar we went, like the club or the bar we went to, it looked like a little house. It was one way in, one way out. And the VIP section we had, it was next to the door, and it was like a little section about this big.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
it was about this big. It wasn't that big at all. It was cute. But you know what threw me? Uncle Ricky and Auntie Margaret was in the club with us. And I was like, hey, we lit. I knew Auntie Rita was gonna go.
Of course. You know she's down for
And I knew Auntie Hannah Jean was gonna go, but I was not expecting it. But even that year, they bought all the churn. Actually, no, Crystal came. Just Crystal.
Fair.
But and her family came, and I didn't realize that these people fertile. Cause
It sounds like it.
the oldest 4 has 20 some odd kids between the 4 of them.
Yeah.
So many children.
Yeah.
That's so many babies. That's so many names to remember.
I don't know any of their children's names like that. I don't know. The only one I know of for sure is Auntie Janie because she only had 4. Everybody else had 6 and 8. 6. Well, one of them we don't know if it's 7 or 8. We don't know.
There's so many babies. That's so many.
There's just a lot of them all the time.
Yeah, and in order for me to know the order, I had to. Me and my cousin Princess, we had to ask my dad to break it down in the shifts because the middle of the children is where it gets a little muddled because that's where the blend happens.
Oh, somebody having babies after another?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, no, not even that middle shift.
The time span is 25 years. From my dad's oldest to the youngest is 25. However, remember, he came with 8, she came with 3, and then they had another one. So in the middle is where the youngest 2 of the 8 plus the 3 plus the 1.
So complicated.
6, 6, and 6. Sounds Jesus, we thank you. But because it's 18, you gotta break it up in 6s.
Yeah, 3 cents to 6.
That's so many. No.
So the middle of them.
See, and that's the level of which how in depth you have to understand this. I would have thrown this information away.
Well,
as a child, I would have been like, no, I don't need to know this.
So a part of, especially when you're dealing with like marriage and family therapy, especially family therapy specifically, you sometimes have to make a genogram, and the genogram has like different nuances that you have to put in there. So if they're deceased, you have to put a certain type of line or a certain type of something. And if they're female, it has to be, I forgot if it was a circle or a triangle. If they're male, it has to be a circle or a triangle with their ages in it and whatever. And so I literally had to ask my teacher because she wanted us to go back as far as our grandparents. And I was like, you want us to do the grandparents, their children, and then their children and their children? And she was like, yeah. I said, okay, wait. Can I modify mine? Because, baby, I'm not going to be able to fit. 1, I'm not going to be able to fit that on the poster board. 2, that's too much digging I have to go through because it's 18 kids on my daddy's side. And some of them got 5, 6, 8 kids.
This project was not built for healthy families.
Right. It was not built for mine. You said my grandparents, right?
Oh,
so now we're talking about just grandparents. We're not talking about they mama and daddy. Cause my granddaddy is the youngest, or one of. If he's not the youngest, I think it's one more after him. But it was 6 of them. And all of them had churn too. Multiples.
Mm-hmm. See, I feel like my family could potentially, maybe, be possibly not that big, but big-ish.
Because I'm like, I don't know. We don't know any of. I only know of my great aunt Jessie Mae, and only because of my cousin.
Name. Say that again. What was it?
Jessie Mae.
Jessie Mae.
It was a Corinne in there. There's an Uncle Stanford in there.
I like that name.
And the only reason I know this is because of my cousin Sammy. Because he's, like, adamant about finding more family. Like,
It's honestly, seems like it would be important to have that, be able to do that and keep that kind of family record, because that's history.
right.
A lot of people don't actually have that opportunity to be able to even go that far.
Now, he can go back as far as, like, 18-something, which,
That's
if you're thinking
quite
about
far.
it, well, technically, because I'm
Considering
only...
the loss of documents, loss of information, especially
This is true.
as a black person. I mean, that your genealogy gets lost fast.
Because I was like, considering that we're only one generation away from that, because my dad is 1965, my grandfather was 1918. So 18-something is not that far off for me in a way, because of the way that my dad's family is structured. But I think what's funny and interesting, because of the dynamics for me, which is why I get to say our code switch is so far and few between, because my dad's oldest sister and oldest brother are around the same ages as my mom's parents. And for me, I said, wow. My dad's oldest siblings are the same age as my grandparents. It's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
But, okay, we're going to wrap this up because, yeah.
I'm awake.
You're a lot. You know, I had a professor. I had a professor in college who used to tell me you need to be alive and awake in the moment. And I maintain that forever. You are currently alive and awake
in this moment.
In this moment.
You are correct. I don't know where this came from. I can tell you I don't. Oh, no, I know where it came from.
Yeah. Yeah, the itis.
No. It was the medicine.
Aww.
Oh, you're taking your medicine? You took it?
I took my medicine before I left.
And now it's nappy nap.
And now my buddy said, "Hey, yo, bitch."
Yeah. Because I was like, he was totally fine in the car.
Lay your ass down.
And then the food hit, and it was just like, well, I guess.
No, really, you were fine walking in the
Door.
Yeah. And then
But
I sat
he sat down, and I was like, well, shit.
I sat here down.
Okay.
I apologize. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. This was my idea.
This is the realest of the real too.
This subject was my idea.
It was his idea.
Now I feel real extra bad.
So the question is, do we keep it or do we toss it? Do we start over? We got time.
Start over. Girl. We gonna let this motherfucker ride. Cause I can tell you now, I'm not making it through another one.
Okay. So hey.
Yeah.
What's it time for?
It's time for music of the week. Music of the week. Hey, hey, music of the week. Music of the week. Hey, hey.
I'm gonna go first.
Yes, please.
Okay. So listen, I want to start this music of the week with an apology to Pink. Last time in our Music Manna, I didn't mention you not even once, and for that I'm truly sorry. You are you the GOAT. You're the best. I appreciate your existence. Family Portrait got me through. When it comes to like the women in music that are like my top tier is
She's
Brandy
definitely.
and Beyonce and Pink, and I am shamed that I did not say it. I said Christina and Britney just casually. Like who? Baby, shut the fuck up. Britney. Sorry. All right, music of the week. I don't know which one it is. Oh, it's Treat Me.
Who?
Treat Me.
Oh yeah,
Treat Me.
yeah. That was amazing.
That video was amazing.
It was great.
Yeah. Also, Be Alive by Beyonce. Because the Oscars.
Dude.
I don't care. Fucking fight me.
I love this episode.
The Oscars happened, And I was reminded that song is lit. And then it came back, and I've been listening to it all week. Okay, I'm done now. It is music of the week, not music of the week.
Yes. So
it's all music. Didn't say one music. I'm sorry. Carry on.
My song of the week was I was listening to Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
And I was like, going back to I think when I first really invested in like Janelle Monáe spiritually.
Yeah, because you have to.
Right.
At some point, you just have to.
At some point, you're gonna have to commit.
Yeah.
So I was listening to Many Moons by Janelle Monáe, and I just really loved that. That whole album was so nice. It was so good.
Listen, the Archandroid is still one of my, like, the facts. She should have submitted that year for the Grammys.
Yeah.
Because she should have won.
It would have been beautiful.
She deserved to win.
Can you imagine if they would have let her perform on stage?
Oh, my God. Okay. I'm sorry, because I'll just get into that for forever. We should talk about albums, like our favorite albums at some point.
You're not gonna put me in that type of pressure. You're not gonna do it.
Oh, but bitch.
That's really,
you remember
really hard.
You remember the 2 episodes that we did? You remember how rude you were?
I wasn't rude.
They haven't seen it yet.
You did. You hurt my feelings.
You haven't.
No, I did not.
You ain't seen it yet. Wait till the end of this month. Do you remember the musical episode?
Yes,
okay.
I remember.
So we're gonna do albums. Thank you so much.
Fine.
Fantastic. It's your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Caliber by Coco Jones because her performance of that song on Thursday was disrespectful and
in the best way possible.
I had to go back and watch it because I remember you guys were talking about it.
I just want to go on record and saying that Simone is my friend in my head too, though. Because, like, I told him he had to square up because, he likes to post random things just singing and being very disrespectful. And I wrote him on Twitter and said, square up, bro, because you're not going to keep doing me like this.
I saw that he retweeted it.
He did.
He liked it, retweeted it, and I was like, wow, that, first of all, petty.
Right. First of all, because he didn't even respond. No, he just retweeted it. He went, I know. Wow. Wow. The level of disrespect.
She said, I fuck with me too.
My boyfriend cheated on me, so
I fucked his mama.
That shit.
And she was like, I did.
She was so proud of herself.
She's like, I did it.
She's like, I'm pansexual, so everybody
bet.
Right. Bet.
Her face was like,
hey, everybody can get some,
All right. Well, guys, I gotta go get these people off to a nap. And,
I'm sorry.
I can't wait to watch this back.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
The greatest.
Because listen, I started doing it well before you noticed. Well before.
Oh no, I noticed it the whole time because that hat is a dead giveaway.
Sure.
It started going like this. I said, no, I'm not seeing what I thought I saw.
Listen, I had to take the sunglasses off because it got real dark. Real dark, and I was like, ooh, this is comfy. So I kept getting closer to the mic.
By far the greatest episode ever. Now,
listen,
again, this was his idea.
This episode, like this prompt was my idea. But listen, we are still working on, getting the medicine in order. Today was not one of those good days. So we know.
Don't take it before recording. Please don't ever again.
Don't do that and eat, I guess.
No.
Today was a medical experiment, and you know what?
Yes.
You guys were all apart. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
All right, guys. But, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Code Switching Pod. And, again, stay black, stay beautiful, stay humble.
Bye.
Bye.